Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sonava English, where you learn English with real life situations and everyday conversations. Today, I'm going to share something special my very first flight experience. It was exciting, a little scary, and full of useful English phrases you can learn. So fasten your seatbelt and let's fly together. It was the night before my flight. I was flying from Chicago to New York City for a job interview, and it was going to be my first time on an airplane. I packed my bag carefully clothes, my resume, a copy of my ID, a toothbrush, and of course, snacks. I was nervous but also excited. I kept checking my flight ticket again and again. The next morning, I left home early. My flight was at 9:30 a.m., and I left at 6:30 a.m., just to be safe. In the cab, I looked out the window. I had butterflies in my stomach. It was a mix of excitement and nervousness. The driver asked me, "Driver, first time flying?" Me, "Yeah, I'm a little nervous." Driver, "You'll be fine. It's smoother than a train ride." We both laughed. I arrived at O'Hare International Airport in Chicago. It was huge, bright, and slightly confusing. There were security guards at the entrance. Me, "Excuse me, where is the Delta Airlines counter?" Security, "Just go straight and take a right." At the entrance, I showed my e-ticket and ID. I walked to the Delta Airlines check-in counter. There was a line. Everyone had suitcases. When it was my turn, the staff smiled. Staff, "Good morning, where are you flying today?" Me, "New York City." Staff, "May I see your ID and ticket?" Me, "Sure, here you go." Staff, "Are you checking any bags?" Me, "Yes, this suitcase." Staff, "Please place it on the scale." She gave me my boarding pass. Staff, "You're all set. Boarding at gate B23. Starts at 8:50 a.m. Me, "Thank you. Is security that way?" Staff, "Yes, just follow the signs." Next, I went through security. The officer asked me to remove my belt, laptop, and shoes. Officer, "Place your items in the tray, please." Me, "Okay." I walked through the scanner with raised hands. It beeped, but just once. All good. Tip: follow instructions. Be polite and patient. It's normal to feel nervous. I collected my bag, shoes, and belt and moved on. I found Gate BT3. People were reading, working on laptops, drinking coffee. I sat near the window. That's when I saw my airplane. It was so big. My heartbeat picked up. Then came an announcement. Flight DL 479 to New York City is now boarding at Gate BT3. Time to go. Passengers lined up for boarding. At the counter, staff. "Boarding pass, please." Me, "Here it is." Staff, "Thank you. You're in seat 18A. Window seat." Perfect. I walked through the jet bridge into the plane. A flight attendant greeted me. Attendant, "Good morning. Welcome aboard." Me, "Thank you. My seat is 18A. Attendant, "It's to your left past the second row." I found my seat and sat down. The view was amazing. People stored bags, took selfies, called their families. A flight attendant spoke over the intercom. "Please fasten your seatbelt and place all items under the seat or in the overhead bin." I followed everything. The plane started moving. My heart was racing. Then we took off, fast and smooth. I felt the pressure in my ears. Soon we were above the clouds. I looked out. Everything looked tiny. It was beautiful. The flight attendant came with snacks. Attendant: would you like something to drink or eat? Me: yes. A sandwich and some orange juice, please. Attendant: that'll be $7.50. Me: here you go. I smiled and took a bite. Learn this. Can I have? Use this when ordering food or drinks on a flight. After an hour and 45 minutes, the pilot said, "Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be landing in New York shortly. Please fasten your seatbelts." I looked down. The skyline was breathtaking. We landed smoothly at JFK Airport. Everyone clapped softly. When we stopped at the gate, the attendant said, "Attendant: thank you for flying with us." Me: thanks, it was my first time and it was great. I followed signs to baggage claim. At carousel number 6, I found my suitcase. As I walked toward the exit, a man asked, "Driver, need a ride?" Me: yes, to Brooklyn, please. Driver: hop in. I smiled. I had made it. My first flight, complete. And that's how my first flight went from Chicago to New York City. Now let's quickly review the important English phrases we learned. It's my first time flying. May I see your ID and ticket, please? Where is the check-in counter? Window seat, please. Fasten your seatbelt. Would you like something to eat or drink? Thank you for flying with us. These real-life phrases are simple but powerful. Next time you take a flight, use them with confidence. Comment below, have you ever been on a plane? What was your first flight like? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Sonava English for more real-life English lessons. See you in the next story.